Hello. Yes. Good evening and good morning to those of us joining from different parts of the globe. And good morning, Elizabeth. We're very happy.
Good morning.
Okay. Welcome to the June 2023 edition of Autism and Face Yoga. And today's topic is ear acupressure. And we have wonderful guest with us. The lady is Dr. Elizabeth, and I'll introduce her shortly. But welcome, Elizabeth. Shall we continue? Okay. So, my name is Minal Potnis. I'm an evangelist here of the face yoga technique for wellness, beauty, mental health, and integrated medicine, or a new age technology with ancient roots. Aiyana face yoga are a series of exercises that of the face, the neck, and the scalp. 57 facial muscles. They stimulate the central nervous system, the brain, and the endocrine glands through these facial muscles, increasing blood circulation to the face, neck, and scalp, increasing cell nutrition and oxygenation, and strengthening the facial muscles. We're going to do a face yoga capsule, and after that, we're going to talk to Elizabeth, Dr. Elizabeth. Yes? So let's say the face yoga way. What do? We smile and we extend our corners of our lips to touch our ears as we say yes. Yes. And stop. Okay, one more time. Get ready. Yes. Relax. One more time. We can do it. Come on. Yes. And hold the position. Yes. And relax. Okay, some of us need help. So what do? Take your index fingers or their index finger. Place them at the corners of your mouth, in this case, their mouth. Ask them to say yes and their lips. Yes. Stretch, 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 stretch. As they say yes. Hold the position. Hold the position. Hold the position. Relax. One more time. Press. Get ready. Ask them to smile. And yes. Pull, pull, yes. And hold the position. Hold the position. And relax. Good job. So, what do? Tap. Tap the corners of our mouth. Tap our jawline. Good job. Good job. Okay. Somebody needs help? Take his hand, place it, and tap. Help him tap. Help him tap. Excellent. And now, the O. So, we're going to work on the orbicular oris, the round muscles of the mouth. Simple, very powerful. So, open your mouth. Hold your lips over your teeth. Good job. And hold and smile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Again, we're going to be good at this, right? We are good at it. So, hold your lips. Hold the position. Feel happy and and relax. Good job. One more time. We got to make it perfect. 5, 10. We're going to hold it for 10 counts. Yes? Yes. So, hold your lips nice and tight. And relax. Good job. Now, some of us need help, right? That's okay. That's good. So, what are we going to do? We're going to take our finger and when they open their mouth, fold their lips inward. Okay? And hold that position. And count for them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and okay. We're going to do this nicely. Ask them to open their mouth, open their mouth. Now hold their lips. Hold the position. How do you hold the position? Hold the lips in. And count. 1, 2, wow, 3, 4, good job. And relax. Take your hands, pat your mouth, to pat their mouth, or take their palms and pat their mouth. Everybody pat. You did great. Good job. Good job. Now, let's do this. It's called the sniffing of the rabbit. So, what are you going to do? You're going to, how does a rabbit sniff? Smell. Come on, sniff. You do, but fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop. I know it seems easy, but it's not that easy. But we're going to do it slowly. So, sniff, 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 sniff. Okay? Now, the easier one. Take your index finger. We're going to flare our nostrils. Press one of your nostrils and flare the other. Blow. And relax. Again. And relax. You're doing good. You're good. Press and relax. Other side. Press from the other side. Flare and relax. Press, flare and relax. Press, flare and relax. Okay. Somebody needs help. That's okay. What we're going to do is going to ask him to just blow from one nostril. So press his index finger and ask him to just blow. Blow. Blow 3 times. That's good. The other side. Place his index finger, hold the position and blow. 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 Gets even better. We're going to take our index fingers, join them together. Imagine they're a candle and we're going to blow hard from our mouth, nose. So blow air and blow out that candle. Interestingly, if you do it correctly, your stomach is going to go in. Let's try. Hold the candle, inhale and blow. Inhale and blow. Inhale, blow. Okay? If somebody can't manage, somebody needs help, what do we do? Just hold up the candle and tell them to just keep on blowing air. Gently, that's okay. Everything's okay. Consistency, it's all that we want. Okay? Wonderful. So far, so good. Tap. Pat your forehead. Sides. Pat your eyes. Around your eyebrows. Down. Good job. Let's get ready. We're going to meet Dr. Elizabeth. Okay, next. We did the O, our favorite. Says it's their favorite. Is the balloon. What do? We blow in air and relax. One more time. And relax. One more time. Take 3 fingers and press them on your mouth. So let's try it. And hold. And hold. Doing good. And hold. And hold. And relax. One more time. We're going to count to 10. 3, 4. You're doing good. 5, 6. Good. Excellent. 8, 9, 10. And relax. Okay. We're going to do it slower this time. If somebody needs help, ask him to fill his mouth, hold his fingers to 1, it doesn't matter, and place them on your lips, his lips in this case, and hold, and hold, and hold, and feel happy. That's important. It's got to feel happy. And hold, and relax. Okay, one more time. Let's try it with the other hand. Yeah. And smile, and feel happy. Doing good. Excellent job. And relax. Good job. Good job. Okay. Now we're going to do our favorite, the low scoop. So open the lower jaw. Drop it. And now fold only your lower lip. Yeah. Hold the position. Look good. Selfie moment. And relax. Let's do it properly. Ah. Hold. Hold your lip. Hold. And 2. Good job. Good job. 5, 6, and let go. Relax. One more time. Up. Hold. Hold the position. You're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing good. And relax. And just quickly tap. And relax. And tap. Okay. Somebody needs help. What do? We take our index fingers, ask them to open their mouth, over his lips, over his teeth, and hold that position for him. Ask him to just smile. Yeah, that's good. Keep his mouth open, keep his lower jaw open, keep his lips inside, them tight, and relax. Good job. Good job. And relax. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to look up to the ceiling and hold that position. And if we have to blink, we're going to blink, but we're still going to hold the position, looking up, and relax. Now we're going to really look up, okay? Everybody together. So look up, hold the position, looking up, looking up, looking up. Excellent. Higher, raise your eyebrows higher, and relax. One last time. This time we're really going to raise our eyebrows. So get ready. Up, up, up. And relax. Good job. What do? Tap, tap. Yes, tap. Doing good. Excellent. Good job done. And now, yes, good job done. Say, yes. Good job done. Yes. Yes. Come on, louder. Yeah. That's great. Feels good. Okay. And now the chin. Okay. Today's looking up. We're going to raise our chin, really raise and try and touch the chin to the ceiling. Stretch your neck, and touch and relax. So, chin to the ceiling. Again, sit straight, get ready, stretch, stretch. You're on 4, doing good. We're going to touch 10. We're already at 6. Excellent, excellent. Good job. 8, 9, 10. Relax. Oh, that was good. Now, one more time. One last time, and then we're going to help whoever needs help. So stretch, stretch. Come on, stretch your neck. Really stretch. Touch your chin. Touch. Yep, it's touching the ceiling. Extension, extension. Whoa, excellent. And relax. And now, if somebody needs help, just raise his chin, hold it, and let's count to 10. And 1, raise it, ask him to stretch his neck, hold his chin, hold the position, stretch his chin, and relax. Excellent. Good job. Good job. So, what do? We tap our chin, jawline, the corners, our eyes, our forehead, at the side, our ear acupressure. So before that, let's warm up our ear. And below, then the neck. Oh, is that what we do? Okay, let's do it. Warm up our ears. Get ready. We're going to hear all about ear acupressure shortly. And ready. So with that, we're going to go and talk to Elizabeth Marzita, dear friend of mine, and so happy to welcome her. And hi, Elizabeth. So, Dr. Elizabeth Marzita, clinical doctor of acupuncture and Oriental medicine, is a highly accomplished individual who has made significant contributions in her field. With a diverse background, she began her professional career as an international commercial banker, gaining valuable experience in financial centers across the globe, including New York, Switzerland, Latin America, London. However, Dr. Elizabeth felt a calling to explore a different path, embarked on a career in 1999. Her journey led her to study Chinese at Pasteur University, where she pursued both master's and doctorate degree. She's a doctor, Elizabeth Marazita. She further deepened her knowledge by studying at the Shanghai University of Chinese Medicine and Chengdu University of Traditional Chinese Medicine. Dr. Elizabeth's passion for holistic healing extends beyond Chinese medicine. She also inherited foot reflexology knowledge from her maternal grandma, who was a student of Eunice Ignu, a pioneering figure and author. Foot reflexology in the United States. As the owner of parts of the clinic director of Terracotta Acupuncture, Dr. Elizabeth has established herself as an authority in her. Her expertise and experience make her a sought after consultant and speaker, regularly sharing her knowledge with executives, nurses, medical doctors, pharmacists, state reflexology association, and schools worldwide. It is my honor and pleasure to introduce you. Good evening and good morning to you.
Thank you very much.
So, the $1,000,000 question is, how come from a banker to holistic healing?
Oh, it is $1,000,000 question. First, let me thank my incredible friend and colleague, Minal Potnis, our director and founder of the Aiyana Facial Yoga Center. And I am so honored to have everyone with us today. I also want to thank Mr. Kumar for Raj Kumar for his production expertise today. So thank you to both of you. So the $1,000,000 question is that I never really changed. I've always believed in wellness. So as Minal suggested, I grew up with a grandmother who taught me about foot reflexology and wellness and how to take care of yourself every day. Let food be your medicine through nutrition and also foot reflexology, and also good mind and spirit and friends. So being a banker and then changing to Chinese medicine was not difficult for me. What made the change was really my own lack of attention to health and wellness. And living in Asia, where I was working in China, and also traveling regularly to India. Love your country. You have one of the most beautiful cultures and countries and cuisines in the world. So thank you very much for improving the lives of all of us, but with your culture and knowledge and literature. While in India, while in China, I noticed that there were many ways not to rely on pharmaceuticals. And when I was out of balance with a cold or an issue of my stomach, my Chinese teacher would say, Elizabeth, why are you sick? And I would say, well, because there's a cold in the air, there are germs. And he's so, I have the same germs in Hong Kong. Why am I not sick? That's when I started to learn about the power of acupressure, which I learned as a child with my grandmother, but stress, that added stress of professionally traveling around Asia, traveling around the world as a banker, I wasn't taking care of myself with natural formats, which was very much my hands. And we just sat with a good half an hour with Minal Potnis learning about facial yoga. Our hands and needles and herbs can allow us to do our own self-wellness, self-care.
Quickly put, you've just given us the entire flow. So, question, the most important question which I ask is, could you tell us about your acupressure? And, is it, what are the benefits? The flow, the practice. I'll leave it to you.
I would love to tell you. So I have to bring a little image of the ear. First of all, let's look at the ear the way we see the ear when we look at our child's ear. And when we turn the ear over, well, I'd like to tell my students, I teach medical students regularly about foot reflexology, auricular ear acupressure, and I say you can study anatomy and go online and Google and study all the maps, but you really are walking around in your own laboratory. So this ear is your laboratory. If you were to look at this ear and think of it as an upside down baby, where the child's head is here, the child's back is here, and the child's internal organs are here. So let's try that. Head, back, internal organs. Head, back, and internal organs. So if I turn this back correctly, it's upside down, but when we talk about ear acupressure, there are 12 meridians in the entire body. in Chinese medicine that are based and mirror the neurological, circulatory, and lymphatic systems of our body. Those 12 Chinese meridians, which have been around for a couple thousand years, have in the last 50 years been researched heavily with double-blind controlled studies. Research is something that I think it's important when you talk with your doctors, your children's doctors, and you talk to them about using auricular acupressure. There's a lot of information that can be utilized and researched if your doctors have questions about it. But getting back to Minal's question is, what is auricular acupuncture and how can we use it for your children? So the most important thing, I think, is we do not treat a symptom. We do not treat autism. We treat your child. So we need to understand what some of the issues are that are symptoms of autism. And when we look at acupressure of the ear, we could do the entire body, or we could do the feet, or we could do the wrist, or we could do the egg. But the microcosm, the mini map of the entire body is found in the ear. And that is why Minal has asked me today to talk about auricular ear acupressure. So you don't need to massage the entire body. You don't need to pay for expensive acupuncture. You can help your child with 5 simple exercises of the ear to address 5 simple imbalances of autism. So again, you are not treating the symptoms, you are treating your child. So when you ask me, when I do these exercises, Elizabeth, how often do I do them? And when do I do them? I would say it depends on your child. So if your child has a regular bathing ceremony in the evenings, then perhaps you can acupressure the ears during this time. If your child has regular times when they perhaps like to eat, you can use it at that time. Or if there are times when the child is sleeping or napping, you could acupressure the ears during that time. So I would leave it up to you, and how long you do it will depend on the exercises we do just now, but we'll do those together. But I want to reiterate that when we do ear acupressure, we are not treating symptoms, we are treating your child. So let's talk about autism. So there are five autism characteristics. Let's talk about the first one. One is communication deficits. Communication deficits. And when we look at communication deficits, we're going to look at that ear again. So remember the child? Here's the lobe. Here's the globe. The lobe is the brain. And the brain has pituitary gland, has the pineal gland, has the endocrine orchestra. It has the orchestra of our body and our communication. So when we massage, and why don't we do this? We're going to take our index finger and our thumb and take the lobe. First of all, try it always on yourself before you try it on with your child. As you take your index finger and your thumb, and as you pinch, I want to have a good strength, and you're going to try to circulate that lobe about 5 times. So if you have communication deficits, your child has communication deficits. I'm going to put our map down for a second and do both ears. I think it's a good thing to do both ears for your child at the same time, taking the index finger and the thumb and acupressuring. We're basically rebalancing the body. We're refreshing the brain to remind it how to communicate well. Now, that is not something that I can tell you what that is, but there is research on acupressuring the lobe and the brain. And Minal and I will be talking to you about other areas of mini maps of the body. But right today, we're going to talk about the ear, and it's a very easy thing to do with your child. Now, if your child likes to learn about it, you could be mirroring this with your child. Or even if you have a stuffed animal, you could be mirroring this with a stuffed animal and teaching your child to learn. Your child can help their stuffed animal and help themselves. So that's number one. We've got one autism characteristic is communication deficits, and we're going to do that by looking at the lobe. How often will we do it? I would say a couple times a day for about 5 to 10 seconds each time take a break, and do 3 sets of 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a break and say, oh, great job. Excellent. Oh, I feel like singing a song. And you could try a communication exercise you've tried with A, B, C, or a communication of a song you enjoy, Frere Jacques. Anything that helps them communicate. Try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a break, another song, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take a break, another song. Now I'm going to go through 4 of the characteristics and 4 exercises, but you know your child's tolerance. So if your child then wants to run off and do something else, do so. But I would say try to do the 4 together twice a day. The next social autism characteristics, social impairments, perhaps difficulty to socialize. And that is an area on the ear, which is not a Western medicine name. It is called the Shenmen. So we have at the top of the ear, we have the helix of the ear, we have the lobe of the ear, and we have the scaphoid process of the ear, the scaphoid process, and then we have the concha of the ear. This is very easy for you to Google and pull up an image and a map of the ear, the neurological map of the ear. Like I told you at the beginning, you're walking around in your own laboratory. Now you're never going to look at the ear the same way. You're going to think about it as the nervous system personified. It's the nervous system is in the shape of that baby, the baby's head, the baby's back, the baby's internal organs. Now, when I talk about the social impairments, sometimes characteristics of autism, I would take the index finger and the thumb, and you're going to touch this area of the scaphoid process. Let me see if I can get a pen and point exactly where it is. It's right here. And I'm going to spell it for you. It's called the Shen, S-H-E-N, and then men, M-E-N, like the plural of man, Shen men, which in Chinese is translated as the spirit gate, because it allows calming, spiritual calming, as well as, and it's treated with, for social impairments, it's treated for a lot of types of mania, types of addictions, but for autism characteristics in the research, this is one point that is good for social impairments. So let's take our index finger and our thumb, and we're going to go up to the top of our ear. So if you think of the 3 indentations in your own ear, the very top is the scaphoid process, center is the concha. So that very top scaphoid process, you're going to take the index finger and the thumb behind it and pressure it and circle for 5 rotations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'd like you to press it deeply before you stop that rotation. You're going to do this 3 times. Open up and sigh. And calmly say a prayer, say something you are grateful for today. The Shenmen is all about calming. And if your child is very agitated, then perhaps have a calming song, put on some nice music, some Mozart, something quiet that you enjoy. So let's try the second rotation. We're going to go back to the Shenmen, the spirit gate. Take your index finger and your thumb, and we're going to try that 5 rotations. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press it very hard. We are resetting and reprogramming the neurological systems of our body to say, calm down, calm down. Open. Again, one more calming song, perhaps, calming exercise, and return again to the third rotation, index finger in the front, thumb thermally pressing in the back, and 5 circulations. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Now, the third autism characteristic is that of repetitive stereotyped behaviors, repetitive. And that we're going to go back to the very first, which was the lobe. The lobe. So we've done the lobe for communication deficits, we've done Shenmen for social impairments, and we're going to do the lobe again for repetitive and stereotyped behaviors. And why is that? Because the lobe is our brain. It's our CPU. It's where everything is processed. So we want to take our index finger and thumb and acupressure it, circulate 5 times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. We'll do it 2 more times. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. And sometimes the children will be thirsty, and perhaps I always like to have a straw and some water if they'd like to take a sip as a good job, great job. I have a little sip of water now. And let's go back one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The last autism characteristic I'd like to focus on using ear acupressure is where we have sensory motor coordination deficits. Sensory motor coordination deficits. And that is where we are going to go to the spine. And we don't need to have anyone lay down and massage the back. What we do is we go along the helix of the ear. This is the helix of the ear, outside of the ear. So I'm going to take, and I go upside down. I basically go from the lobe and I go up. So the lobe, we're going to go cervix of the ear. And you're going to take your index and your thumb and you're going to press, press, press as if you're walking up a mountain. So you're walking up a mountain. 1, 2, and if you'd like to count the vertebrae, you've got 7 vertebrae on the cervix, got 14 on the thoracic, 4 on the lumbar, 4 on the sacrum. You can walk all the way up. And you can even do a little song with your child. Up we go, up we go, up we go on our spine. And it's going to calm the coordination deficits. Now, how long that will take, it is all up to your child. We do not treat the symptoms. We do not treat the deficits. We treat your child. So we're going to do that 3 different times. And again, this is a nice one. I like to use Mickey Mouse. I like to use ears of stuffed animals so the child can feel that they're helping their animal as well. The third time, you're going to flick the ears 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And the children love to flick your ears too. So you can have them flick your ears, flick their ears. Again, your child may not tolerate or to learn themselves. You could be doing this with them in the bath, doing this with them as they sleep, doing with them as they take a nap, or perhaps throughout the day. I really think it depends on your care and your child. The last exercise I'd like to teach you is where the ear is attached to the back of the head, the mastoid process right back here. There's a wonderful hallway on the ear, and you take your index fingers and you're going to skate down the back of the ear where it connects with the brain, where it connects with the brain here. You're going to take your index finger and begin at the top and come all the way down. 1, 2, 3. And you're going to do that together. So let's do that. We'll take our index fingers to the back of the ear, come up to the very top, and skate down. You can feel the mastoid process, that wonderful jetting base of our skull that connects to the ear. 2 and 3. shake your hands out because you've done such a great job. So this is an acupressure technique for your child with autism, who has autism characteristics. The first one is the communication deficits. We're going to do the lobe, 5 circulations 3 times. The next, for social impairments, we're going to do Shenmen, coming up to the scaphoid process, top of the ear. We're going to use our index finger and our thumb. We're going to do that again every time is 5 circulations, and we'll do 3 sets of those. And then for the repetitive stereotyped behaviors, we're going to take our lobe and do similar to what we did for communication deficits. We're just going to focus on the repetitive stereotyped behaviors. And we're going to do that 5 times, circulation 3 times. And then the sensory motor coordination deficits, we actually go to the helix of the ear, which is the spine. So we're going to start from the head, and we're going to walk down the baby's back, which is the cervical vertebrae, pinch the helix. Then we go to the thoracic vertebrae, lumbar, sacrum, all the way to the apex of the ear. And I can just show it to you again. We're taking the lobe and we're squeezing the helix all the way up, because we're reminding the body to rebalance itself, to refresh the brain, to refresh the dorsal root ganglia, all that super highway of nerves that go to all of our musculoskeletal body throughout our body. Then to end the session, if you do the session all 4, the 5th relaxing exercise I would recommend with your child is always to lower the blood pressure. Lower the blood pressure, calm the mind, body, and spirit. And that is done by taking your index finger and 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do that 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and then final time. 1, 2, 3, and to let the child know, all done. You did a great job. You're going to flick the ears 3 times and give the child a great drink of water. Congratulate them. They did a wonderful job. If the child is not open to do these exercises, you can begin with a single one and then move on to the next week doing 2, move on to the next week doing the 3rd one, the 4th. And if the child is not ready to do any of them, I encourage you to find, you know your child best, when is a good time. They take naps, or you bathe them, or they sleep at night, when you yourself could be acupressuring this area of the ear, which will have the same benefit. It just perhaps won't be with their cooperation with you yet. But the body has memory, and the body will remember these exercises. So good luck with these autism characteristics for auricular acupuncture. I think it can work. It is based on research and based on Chinese medicine. And there are many other areas that are mini maps of the body which we can help your child with, and I'll be collaborating with Minal going forward. But this today is very easy. Begin with the ear. Begin with the ear, and go online to learn and see YouTubes about different types of acupressure. But today you've learned 4 very simple exercises to deal with the characteristics of autism.
Absolutely. Beautiful. And I think I feel calmness just by, following these exercises. So I'm sure even the mothers and the caregivers and the friends, it would definitely help everybody, not just
True.
the children, right?
Mutually beneficial, and it could be combined also with the facial yoga, because the one exercise in the facial yoga ends with the ear, and then you could perhaps go right into the ear, especially the helix, the Shenmen, and the lobe. So there are a lot that could be combined that could help the child with autism and all of us.
Yeah, thank you. That's a wonderful learning, and I'm definitely going to try and put that together. Now, the next part for our mothers and our friends, beauty. How do we have a year at Beauty Connection? And we're all yours.
Absolutely. So when we talk about the face and beauty, there are many different types of beauty. There's spatial beauty, there's spiritual beauty, there's coordination beauty. So the ear, if we look at the ear, we're going to always think about Shenmen for the spiritual beauty, calmness. A lot of the imbalances in our faces are due to stress and toxins in the air. So Shenmen will calm that down. And also some are due to poor dietary habits or eating too fast. So when we go to the concha, we're going to acupressure the concha. And then, of course, some people are worried about their weight, and I'm included. I understand that. I'll eat. I'm just as guilty as anyone. I love ice cream. So to basically counter overeating, there is the tragus. And when we do acupressure, we'll put a needle right here to calm and distribute, calm down weight and lose weight. So let's try that together. Let's try those three things. So we're going to do Shenmen. You're going to take your index finger and your thumb, do the Shenmen, and then come down the spine to remind the brain to remember these exercises. And then we're going to go right up into the lower concha. And then we're going to take into the meatus of the ear, which is the stomach. You're going to turn 3 times. And then end up on the tragus and really acupressure that about 5 times. 1, 2. It's hard to do. If you can get your thumb and your finger behind the tragus and in front of the tragus again being this little indentation here of the ear. Not indentation, a structure outside the ear, right here. So the tragus, you're going to, that point, that acupuncture point, acupressure point, loses weight. So we acupuncture that. So when we talk about beauty, we talk about being fit, being healthy, having a good mental attitude. So the ear really is your portal for beauty. I would acupressure definitely the Shenmen, the spirit, then an acupressure the internal concha, and then the meatus. 3 circles of the meatus, and then come down to the lobe and finish up on the tragus. Is there a bad area of the ear to acupressure for beauty? What do you think my answer is? No, you can't do any bad area for beauty, because if you think of facial beauty, if you think of physical beauty, if you think of spiritual beauty and wholeness, everything is reflected in the body, in the brain, in the digestive system, in our reproductive systems, in the Shenmen. And I think I've given you a very long answer, Minal, but beauty is definitely in the eye of the beholder, but it is to be held in the ear. The ear can be your portal to wellness and acupressure. And it could be wonderfully combined with facial yoga.
And not only that, it's something like yoga, anytime, place, anywhere. It can be done anytime. It can be done anywhere. And I mean, you're carrying your mat. Beautiful. So, is there
absolutely. You're walking in your laboratory. Your laboratory is yours, and your choice and exercises for beauty are at your fingertips, literally at your fingertips, at the ears, feet, hands, wrist, face, and instead of having to invest in expensive medical equipment or medical pharmaceuticals, which may have side effects, these will not have side effects. It will refresh your brain and restore balance. And in the end, every day your body and your nervous and your skin cells refresh. So refreshing the physical cells and also refreshing your mind, body, spirit. It will be to your benefit to acupressure your ear every day for beauty.
Not that we've been practicing exercises. We practice exercises for beauty, but I feel as though there's a lot of circulation happening here. In this short time span. That is very interesting, and I think it's obviously beneficial. That circulation, nutrition, oxygenation, you've got the wow factor coming. Okay, great. So
Absolutely.
with that, Elizabeth, I'm going to take your leave, and thank you very much for joining us, being here with us, and we're looking forward to sessions henceforth, and I'm sure we could, not only learn here, but I'm looking forward to reflexology as well. So next editions, we looked into that. Really good.
It is my pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you again to Ravi Rajkumar, and thank you for making this possible. You inspire all of us. Thank you so much, Minal.
Thank you, and see you soon. Ta-ta.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good morning once again.